we're going to recap Bulls Celtics and Bucks Sixers, plus the debut of Around the MLB and a new edition of True False and Katie's Korner Steelers edition. That's all right now on the Yoni Mac Show.
Makes sense to you. Please tell me your problem. Is it bigger than me? Yeah, what could I do? I'm looking straight forward up to heaven, alright. I can't wait till the end.
From Studio One, welcome to this November the 13th edition of the Yoni Mac Show. I am Ryan Yanishotis. Brandon is out of studio and he's not via satellite either, so it's just me bringing it up. And let's get right into it. Last night, NBA action, the Milwaukee Bucks are being hosted by the Philadelphia 76ers, and the Bucks came out and played extremely well in this one. Brandon Jennings got 33 points, 33 points, 25 for Drew Holiday, and Jason Richardson came out with 20 points. That game was a good one for the Bucks. It was a statement against a high-paced Philadelphia 76ers team. They came out, they dominated. Brandon Jennings has proven to be that he is the number one guy, and wherever this team goes is going to be based on wherever Brandon Jennings can go. Holiday's a very talented guard. Didn't even bring him up yesterday, but he's very talented. Again, they had Evan Turner on them, but a great win by the Milwaukee Bucks on the road in Philadelphia, which is not easy. The Bucks do have Samuel Dalembert now, and he was a former 76er. He got booed last night. Also did Andre Iguodala when he made his return back there with the Denver Nuggets. So it's Philadelphia. What can you say? But the Bucks go in there and win 105-96. Bulls last night were home to face the Boston Celtics, their final home game before they head onto the circus trip. Celtics win 101-95. Dane got 25 points in a losing effort. Rondo had 20 and Garnett had 15. I figured this would be one of them games for the Bulls. The momentum is not with them. A tough loss the other night on the one to the Wolves, but then once Heinrich goes down, you really have no guards. Nate Robinson still played very good. Got to see Marcus Teague get some minutes in, but nonetheless, it was a game where the Bulls, I didn't think, and you had to know that they did not have the momentum in this game. They struggled, but they did keep up with them until the end. And the Bulls did have leads at times, but they just could not put the nail in the coffin. Where when you have three very good veterans two veterans in Pearson, Garnett, a guy of Rajon Rondo who's very talented and unbelievable. But nonetheless, it was a good game for both teams. But the Celtics prevail 101-95. They sweep the road trip here in the Midwest, and we were talking about it yesterday. Is this the start of something for Boston? I think it is, and that proves it last night. So a good win by them, and again, maybe adding another piece of the puzzle by the trade deadline could really get this team to be, you know what, we're for real. I think they have the chance to do that. So once again, Bucks win 105-96. Bulls lose 101-95 to the Celtics. To watch our Yoni Mac Show, search for our official YouTube page. Just type in the search box, Yoni Mac Show. That is the Yoni Mac Show on our home of YouTube. Now it is time. Last night the Steelers did play Monday Night Football against the Kansas City Chiefs from the Steel City in Pittsburgh. Here is a special edition of Katie's Korner, Steelers edition.
Thanks, honey. So in the first quarter, there was a rushing touchdown by Jamal Charles for Kansas City, making the score 7-0 Kansas City. Second quarter, there was a field goal by Ryan Suckup of Kansas City and a field goal by Sean Sweezum of Pittsburgh, making the score 10-3 Kansas City. There was a touchdown by Mike Wallace, which tied the game 10-10. Third quarter, nothing happened. Fourth quarter, Sean Sweezum got a field goal, making it 13-10 Steelers. Suckup got a field goal, which tied it and went into overtime. And in overtime, Sweezum got a field goal, making it 16-13 Steelers.
If you want your own show on YouTube and you want it to be produced by us, message Ryan or Brandon on Facebook. R&B Enterprises, where visions become reality. Good job. Steelers won last night in overtime with a field goal by Sweezum, so a good job by the Steelers. It was the Chiefs finally got a lead in that game. They almost won it, but an interception in the overtime by Matt Castle, and then a field goal, and the Steelers were able to do it. The boss was very happy about that, and they prevailed there. Well, now it's time for the debut of Around the MLB. We're going to bring this up sporadically throughout the offseason just to talk a little bit, keep baseball in your thoughts. So I'm going to bring up, we got a couple of headlines here. That it's awards week. Yesterday, Rookie of the Year was announced. Mike Trout for the American League of the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Bryce Harper won the Rookie of the Year for the National League and the Washington Nationals. Today, it'll be the Manager of the Year. Favorites are Buck Showalter for the American League and possibly Bob Melvin for the A's. And then you also got Bruce Bochy, Dusty Baker, and Dave, Davey Johnson from the Washington Nationals. So again, we'll be talking about that probably next week when we bring up this topic again. But good luck to all them. And the MVP gets award announced on Thursday. Tigers and Rangers are interested in Torrey Hunter. Torrey Hunter is in a meeting today with the Detroit Tigers, so he said he's going to possibly get signed very quick. He said it on MLB Network, so we'll see what happens with that. And I think wherever he goes, he could be a designated hitter, but he's not the same outfielder he was. He wants to start, though, so we'll see how that goes. But best of luck to him. He is in Detroit today, and if things go well, he could be announced as early as tomorrow if he's going to be on there. Also, the Red Sox signed catcher David Ross. They have Cody Ross. Not sure if there's any relation to that, but that is the newest addition to them. And so they got a catcher. They also have Jarrett Saltalamacchia, but David Ross, which he did in Atlanta, is a guy that is more of a backup catcher than being a starter. He did a very good job in Atlanta. Now they'll do a very good job as well with the Boston Red Sox. So I don't know if they're keeping Cody Ross. We'll see with that. Cubs also signed pitcher Scott Baker. He's a pitcher just got off Tommy John surgery, so that's a start for them. And more news to be coming as the days progress. Rafael Soriano denied the extension of the New York Yankees, so he'll be a free agent. Again, once a week we'll kind of update you on the big stories. We're not going to say the rumors we did say about Torrey Hunter, but we're only going to give you the stuff that's actually happening and not spread rumors around and what's going on. So we'll have a new one of them next week. So that is the debut of Around the MLB. Hopefully we'll have more news next week. Want to be a guest analyst on the Yoni Mac Show? All you have to do is message Ryan or Brandon on Facebook and tell us what you want to talk about, and we'll see if that's something we want to talk about. That is being a guest analyst right here on the Yoni and Mac Show. Now it's time for the newest edition of True or False. And now today it's going to be, once again, it's going to be NFL. Again, these are statements. Am I saying they're true or am I saying they're false? That's what we're going to find out here. First one is going to be, Texans will have a better record than both the Bears and the Packers at season's end. I'm going to go with this one and say false. I don't think they're going to be. I don't think they're going to have a record in both of them. I think the Bears, the Packers did beat them, so they don't the tiebreaker. But again, it doesn't really matter with the Texans being the AFC. But I think them are the three teams with the top records and the Atlanta Falcons. But I think the Falcons are going to be up there as well. They got their first loss. And the Bears have a tough one against the Niners, so I think maybe the Packers will come up against them. I think the Bears are with the Jay Cutler concussion. I think that's going to hurt them a little bit. So as of right now, I'm going to say false. They're not going to have the better record than all them. Because I think also than the Bears and the Packers, I think the Packers have a better chance. Because I think the Bears right now are just dwindling down. Question or statement number 2: Keldon Johnson has been hit with the Madden curse. True. And again, if you're people that don't know Madden, every year they have someone on the cover. And it's been known that every year that they have an injury. So I'm thinking, or have an injury or have a terrible year. And that's exactly what's happening this year with him. I think he's had a terrible year. He's got a couple of great catches this past week against Minnesota. He has 1 or 2 touchdowns this season, so he has not had a good year. It's been a rough year for him. Therefore, it has been I think he's been hit with the Madden curse this year. And I think that's the reason Aaron Rodgers don't want to be on it. And so be it. It's the truth. You don't want to be on it because you get that in your mind, and that's what's happened all this season. So that's been tough for him. Final one here on true or false. Michael Vick will play another down as an Eagle right now. He has a significant concussion. I'm going to say he will play. Will Michael Vick play, or Michael Vick will play another down? I'm going to say false. I think if it's significant, they're going to give their backup a chance. And if they do that, then I think he's going to be done at season's end. I think Andy Reid as well is going to be out at season's end. It's not gone well this year. Andy Reid's been a great head coach over his career, and I think he's done unbelievable things. But the fact of the matter is he has struggled overall this season. And I mean, you really can't do it on one season. But Michael Vick, will he be able to find another job? Is this the end of the road for both these guys? We'll have to find out. And will they both be able to get a chance to be in the NFL again? But right now they still have jobs. They needed to win against the Cowboys on Sunday. They could not do it. That is the newest edition of True or False. We do it every week. whatever sport we can. Do you want to sponsor the Yoni Mac Show? Because we're looking for some. Email us at YoniMacShow@yahoo.com, and we'll see if your logo can be on our set. That is the Yoni Mac Show, hopefully being sponsored by you. If you have a business, please let us know. Check the email daily. Now it's time for Brandon's favorite part of the show, predictions. Last night, Brandon picked the Bulls, I picked the Celtics, I don't want to know on that. And we both picked the Sixers to beat the Bucks, and the Bucks won. So, and there's nothing in local sports to talk about tonight, therefore, we will have, there'll be no predictions, so that'll be back. We'll have more tomorrow night. Preview for Wednesday, we're going to preview Bucks Pacers and also Bulls Suns as they start their circus road trip, plus a new edition of Cage Talk where we'll recap UFC Macau, and also we will also see talk about the pay-per-view this weekend. And also a new edition of the Thinking Chair where I'm going to be venting just a little bit. What else is new? So that's all coming up tomorrow. I'm Ryan Anashah saying thank you for watching this edition of November the 13th edition of the Yoni Mac Show. That'll wrap things up. Thank you for watching again this presentation of the Yoni Mac Show right here